finally kind of had some time to digest John Cena as a heel. Um, Even the way it ended was kind of on brand with what he said, right? He said he'd be giving us nothing, and he ended up ending the character off in a way that gave the fans no payoff at all. So it was pretty much on brand, and I thought that was kind of interesting that it matched with what he was saying all along. I was trying to find the right D word um, that fit with how I perceived this character shift or this new character that he brought to the front, right? Um, I was kept coming back to the word dejected, like a dejected hero, but it wasn't dejected. That wasn't the right D word. It was more a disillusioned hero, because he was the top, right? Super Cena, the one who was literally the guy who carried the company on his back for many, many years. And then, you know, um, it's not even Cody that, took over from him. It was Roman. If you look at it, well, we had a couple of guys who, were before, like Drew McIntyre, but it would have been Roman's era, then Cody. So it's pretty much two generations after. And um, hmm, I don't think that the heel was a bad take on what a heel could be, especially in 2025 when everybody knows, like, you know, what a Randy Orton heel could be, or what a Drew McIntyre heel could be, or what a CM Punk heel was, 10 plus, 15 plus, 10 plus years ago. It was an interesting heel to have, and um, uh, it, it at near the end, you could have kind of, all right. So near the end, right, you could have kind of saw that Cena was kind of getting more into the persona, doing the whole bowing when the announcer was giving him his, you know, the greatest of all time introduction. He was finally getting into doing his gestures and, you know, playing to the crowd, still getting the boos and the heat. It was interesting too because we got to see Cena without Cena. What I mean by that, we still, because he said we would be getting nothing, um, no new music, um, no new Titantron, none of that. Even though pretty much going black, all black, just his name in the background, right? That's his name playing on the Titantron. It was interesting because he was still doing the merch in every place that he went, so he was still bringing in the millions or the millions, yeah, but wasn't um, doing it in a way that would have probably gotten stale if he had just done the regular retirement tour. All in all, I wouldn't say that it was a horrible heel turn. Um, Maybe the ending could have had maybe a bigger payoff with him versus Cody, or maybe with somebody else. Because the thing with the double turn that everybody was expecting would have been predictable in a sense, and everybody would have still found a way to kind of complain about that. The problem I was having with the early part or the earlier part of his heel turn was, I think maybe he had kind of gone overboard a bit with a lot of what he was saying, even though maybe that was a part of what he had to do to kind of clear cut that this wasn't, John Cena, the beloved hero, right? This was John Cena, the disillusioned hero that wants to pretty much let you know that um, he's distancing himself, but he's still here, and you have to watch him do what he wants to do to take the championship away and become the last real champion. All of it, was a pretty good gimmick. I even felt at points curiosity. Like, if he had indeed done this and taken the championship away, what would have been done next? Would it have been that they had brought in a brand new championship that would still be called the WWE Championship, or would they have retired that name altogether and done something new? It opened up such an interesting space where you could like have like new ideas. Where the last time that we really had this creative energy was when the final boss thing came in, and it kind of, in a sense, it parallels the final boss persona in the opposite way, because Rock came in and he was being booed and everything, and instead of him going the route that Cena went, he pretty much gave the fans, you know, the people's champion in a way that they couldn't help but cheer. While Cena um, gave people John Cena, but in a way that made the fans have to boo. And that's an interesting contrast, I think. I don't know. But as I said, all in all, not bad. Wish it could have been a bit longer. Wish he had gotten even more into, fleshing out some more aspects of what the heel persona could be. And if he had gotten that chance, it would have been interesting to see how, the matches would have gone, how everything would have wrapped up near the end of the tour. And if we had indeed gotten the double turn, it would have been interesting to see if Cody had been the one to do the turn to heel and Cena had been the one to turn to face in that final match. It would have been interesting to see, because Cena wouldn't have been able to go back on his word and have any more matches, and it would have opened up a different narrative arc where Cena may be still in the background but not able to go physically in the ring. We would see him maybe um, brooding, remorseful, a different side to his character that could have been opened up also. But yes, got the abrupt switch back to reality where he became himself again, and we're winding down the tour now. Will he finally get what was it, the Intercontinental Championship? Yeah, will he finally get that one? I don't know, but let's say I didn't totally hate it. As I said, I would have given maybe R-Truth that heel turn rather than John Cena, because he didn't really need it. Especially in the case of, you know, it's been well documented by, guys like CM Punk when they've done podcasts and stuff, saying that Cena is pretty much the one that even calls the match in the ring while they're doing their, spots and everything, because, he's pretty much always in control of everything. So, um, the part, there's a lot to this. Maybe I'll make up a second video or something, I don't know. But there was also the part where when he explained away Rock's involvement in his heel turn, that could have, well, after this thing wraps up with Brock Lesnar, that could actually um, bring back The Rock into fighting Cena now if they go that route. And Cena's Rock has kind of done his body transformation, losing weight. This could create a whole new final boss persona if they do go that route, if they have enough time. Because I know they're rushing and cramming everything, and he's no longer going to be on SmackDown. But, uh, let's just see how it wraps up. Let's see how it goes from here. Alright, done yapping for now. Cena heel, moderately good. That's the, I guess, the summary.